Hi guys and welcome to prediction week 20. This will be the Boxing Day fixtures and the Wednesday and the Thursday of that following week. So we start with Tottenham versus Southampton at 12:30. I'm going to go for a really lively Boxing Day Christmas afternoon game for this one. Southampton's been getting a couple of good results. They've been scoring some goals as well. Gave Arsenal a run for their money. Tottenham's been quite poor recently, but I think this is going to be a really lively game. I really do. I'm going to go Tottenham 2, Southampton 2. Now we go to the 3 o'clock kickoffs, and we have Watford versus Leicester. And again, spoke about Leicester. I don't want to say they're getting back to the way they were, but they've definitely improved the last couple of months, and especially this season as well. I think it was towards the end of last season. They started to we started to see the Leicester of old. Then they dipped out of form again at the start of the season. Now they're just starting to get back into it now. Watford's not had a fantastic season. They've had a couple of good results here and there, but it's not been a great season for them. So I'm going to go Leicester to nick it. I'm going to go Watford 1, Leicester 2. Then we have West Bromwich Albion versus Everton. Again, two teams that have not had the best of seasons this year. Okay, like I said, Everton's getting a couple of results under the belt now. All depends how Everton get on against Chelsea tomorrow. But I'm going to go for another tight game in this one. I'm going to go West Bromwich Albion 1, Everton 1. Then we have Chelsea versus Brighton. Again, I spoke about Brighton this year. They've dipped out a little bit. But I do think they can give Chelsea a bit of run for their money. But again, you'd expect Chelsea at Stamford Bridge as well, to be able to overcome that. So again, I'm going to go for a tight game, but I'm going to go for a slight win to Chelsea. I'm going to go Chelsea 2, Brighton 1. Then we have Bournemouth versus West Ham. Again, West Ham not had the best of seasons. Okay, they've tightened up the defence now. David Moyes has come. They don't concede a lot of goals. As I say, they beat Chelsea, but they didn't concede against Arsenal. They could have beat Arsenal actually, and they defended quite well against Arsenal in the League Cup last week. Hence the 1-0. But again, it's not been a fantastic season for them really. Bournemouth, they've not been the team that we knew last year either. So again, I'm going to go for a tight game in this one. I'm going to go Bournemouth 1, West Ham 1. Then we have Manchester United versus Burnley, and again, we spoke about Burnley this season. They can make it tough for teams. And I don't think Manchester United is going to be any exception. I think that if Burnley keep playing the way they've been playing this year, that they could go on and maybe win the FA Cup, something like that. Definitely this could be the start of something for Burnley. I do think that Manchester United will be too strong for Burnley though. Okay, I know they lost to Bristol City in the League Cup, but technically you'd expect that's just a one-off, and it's not really something that Manchester United would be going for really, is the League Cup. Yes, I know that they're the current holders for that trophy, but still, I wouldn't really think that it's the kind of trophy that they'd be going for. So I think that Manchester United can just about nick this one, especially it's at Old Trafford as well. I'm going to go Manchester United 2, Burnley 1. Then we have Huddersfield versus Stoke, and again, Stoke not being great this season. Huddersfield, again, they've dipped out of form a little bit, but again, I'd expect them to be the stronger side out of these two. I'm going to go for Huddersfield to nick it. I'm going to Huddersfield 2, Stoke 1. Then at 5:30 we have Liverpool versus Swansea, and again, yes, I know that Liverpool are playing Arsenal tonight in the Premier League, but I don't really think that's going to affect this game, to be honest with you. I think that Liverpool's going to be far too strong for Swansea, especially at Anfield as well. I think in one way they're going to be far too strong for Arsenal at the Emirates, to be honest. But I think it doesn't really matter what the result is today. I think that Liverpool will be far too strong for Swansea anyway. So I'm going to go Liverpool 3, Swansea 1. Then on Wednesday we have Newcastle versus Manchester City at 7:45, and again, I think Manchester City is going to be far too strong for Newcastle. Okay, I know, like I said, Newcastle, and apparently I've been checking the current form for Newcastle lately. As I said to you a couple of weeks ago, their current form's been terrible lately. I can't remember the last time they actually won a game. Newcastle. So again, it doesn't really speak Einstein, does it? Manchester United are absolutely pissing the league at the moment, and I think they're going to piss all over Newcastle as well. No disrespect for them, but I'm going to go Newcastle 1, Manchester City 3. And then on the Thursday, 8 o'clock, we have Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. Now this probably is a game where you say it depends how Arsenal got on against Liverpool, isn't it? You know, because Arsenal tend to go on the run of things. You know, they seem to be a funny side. Arsenal, you know, they're a very, very funny side. They could beat Liverpool tonight, and then they could play dreadful against Crystal Palace, or they could beat Liverpool tonight and then piss all over Crystal Palace, or lose to Liverpool tonight and lose to Crystal Palace. And you know, it's an absolutely, like, you just don't know where the hell you are with Arsenal, to be honest with you. I did go 2-2, if you remember in my previous video, for Arsenal versus Liverpool tonight. And I think Crystal Palace are going to make it hard. Again, they've had a couple of good results the last couple of weeks. I think Crystal Palace are going to make it really, really hard for Arsenal. Perhaps I've put this as a biased, you know, Arsenal fan. I don't like to call myself biased, really, but maybe that's how some of you will see why I've gone for this result. I've gone Crystal Palace 1, Arsenal 2. Like I said, I know that Arsenal haven't been playing great and that Crystal Palace have been picking up some results, but I just think, you know, if Arsenal could, you know, get a couple of good runs together, you know, like a lot of us always say, like after every couple of good games, you know, let's just try and go on a unbeaten run. Let's see how many games we can go undefeated, how many games that we can win, and let's just see where it takes us at the end of the season. We know we're not going to win the league, but let's just see where it takes us at the end of the season. It could get us an FA Cup, it could get us a League Cup. We're in the semi-finals against Chelsea. You know, could get us a Europa League win. Just anything to get a good run and get some confidence going. You know, that's all we ask. You know, we don't want to have this stupid, you know, good result against Liverpool, crap result against Crystal Palace, good result against Chelsea, crap result against whoever we've got next after that. It's just getting really, really boring and frustrating. You know, we want to have a good, consistently run of games now. You know, so hopefully that's what we can do. I would take Liverpool. I'd take drawing to Liverpool a good result, to be honest with you. You know, they've been smashing teams for fun, to be honest with you, especially Salah as well, scoring a lot of goals. So I would take a draw against Liverpool. You know, probably a good result. Obviously, yes, we all want to win the game. You know, but it's not the worst result in the world if we drew to Liverpool. You know, they're only a point above us. Yes, like I said, we'd like to win. You know, and get, you know, go 2 points ahead. But like I said, it's not the end of the world. But you know, let's just see where it takes us and take it from there. So Crystal Palace 1, Arsenal 2. So that's been my predictions for the Boxing Day and the Wednesday and the Thursday of that following week. And I'll see you next week for next week's predictions. Have a fantastic Christmas, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching, guys.